Yes lads, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting a new project and it is an absolute monster of a garden room. I say it's a garden room, it's about 3 rooms. Barbecue area, gym and an office. It's an absolute monster. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. After a 2-hour commute, we finally made it to the job. So let's show you what's going in, what's the plan, how we're going to do it, and yeah, let's get into it. So we're currently in room number 1. This is going to be the office area. So office, desk, couple of sockets, and it's also going to have a shower in here. This is also where the fuse board is as well. So we've already done the fuse board. We've pretty much done the hard part, running the cable to the outhouse, mounting the fuse board. It's only temporary, but the hard part's done. So now today we're going to start wiring. This is how we left the fuse board. We've got the cable into there. Obviously all this needs to be boarded and all that still, but we've got the fuse board in plenty of ways. Obviously we've got hot tub going in, shower, ring mains, circuits for the gym, outside lights, all that. So we've got plenty of ways. We've got our data which comes from the house, which is an SWA data cable which comes from the house to this Ethernet port, which is going to then supply a data switch. So we're going to probably have a data switch up here because there's Ethernets to run and data cables to run throughout. Shower area, so we're just going to have a switch there. All the isolators are going to be in that room, so they're all hidden. Isolator for the shower, fan. We've got 2 spotlights going in, extract in that corner, shower feed in that corner. 1 pendant centre of this room, exactly pretty much where this light is now, but all this beam is going to be on show, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to be doing in conduit or trying to drill through the beam and then get into the pendant. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that yet, but I might go conduit because outside is going to be conduit, the barbecue area. This outhouse is absolutely massive. This is the biggest outhouse I have ever done, which is crazy. And then we've just got perimeter sockets, 2 outside lights to go in here. We're going to be putting them on a timer so they're not on constantly throughout the night and people don't forget to turn them off, so they're going to be on a timer. We've got desk space. There's just going to be 2 double USB sockets, Ethernet port. That's going to be a desk area, and then we've got TV area over here, so socket for a TV, couple of low level ones. Now we're in room number 2, which is going to be gym. This is going to be, well, it's going to be part storage, part gym. This area is all going to be gym, treadmills, things like that. So we're going to have sockets on the perimeter, literally covering the whole room. We've got 10 spotlights to go in throughout. I think it's 6 and then 4 in the storage. Outside lights again. Like I say, this is absolutely massive. This whole outhouse is bigger than my gaff. It's mental. And then out there, I'm not sure if you can see it, that's where the barbecue area is going to go. So with this, obviously this is a separate area to the fuse board. What we've got to do is dig a trench around the back. We're going to be digging a trench around the back to feed the armours, to feed, if I show you, to feed a little junction box down here, so then we can run the 2 ring mains from the fuse board and also a lighting circuit from the fuse board. So I thought that was the best way. We could have just run another sort of sub main off the fuse board and put a fuse board in here, but it's a bit much. We've only got a ring main to go in here, and then we've got a lighting circuit. So I think running another fuse board would have been way too much. But yeah, this is room number 2, and then we've got the barbecue area, but it's about to piss down, so I probably won't show you that till tomorrow. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because this install is going to be amazing. Honestly, it's going to be so sick. I've never really done anything like this before. I've done outhouses, but not this size. So yeah, this is going to be absolutely mental. If I can focus the bloody camera. First of all, we're going to start room 1 by boxing up, putting all the metal back boxes in. We've got some battens to strap across to fix these 2, so they've got some support, but we're going to try and get room 1 done and then move on to the next rooms like that, because otherwise it will just be mad confusing. So yeah, we're going to start getting the lasers set out and then start getting all the back boxes mounted. So let's get installed. So we've just started to batten off for our sockets. So this is centre of the socket, 450 bottom, and then we've gone centre for the laser, so we can just ping the laser centre throughout. We just mounted these battens because we was going to go 4x2s, but 4x2s stick out too much, and then the metal back boxes stick out too much as well. So we've just gone with these smaller little roofing battens to mount it, laser level, ping that through, and then we've got 2 double sockets, Wi-Fi point on here, switch height as well. the noggins are obviously they're bang on 1200, so we're just going to go just below that. 1200's there, so we're just going to go just below that for all our switches, keep them all the same height throughout. $690.5. Right, so I think we're done with all the boxing up, putting the battens in the wall. We just finished up this little area. So this is inside the fuse board cupboard. This is basically going to feed the shower room. So we're going to have the shower isolator, fan isolator, and then we're going to have the timer for the outside lights. So they're all hidden inside this fuse board cupboard, so they're not out on display. So the only thing that we're going to have by the shower door is the switch for the shower. So all these inside the cupboard, they're all battened off. A big double, because I put a double switch in because we're going to be running a 10mm and I want as much room as possible, because with a 10mm cable in a single box, it's just an absolute nightmare. So always future proofing. Switch as you come in, and then we've got the two doubles, Wi-Fi box, and then that is going to be two-wayed to over there by that door, and then we've just got socket down there and socket down there. So now we're going to start drilling out our routes for our cables and then start getting our cables all into place. I think what I'm going to do is, how many sockets have I got? 2, 4. I think I'm just going to run a radial for this room, because it's only office stuff going in here. It's going to be a few things plugged in here, max. So you're never going to be pulling 16 amps. So we're going to run a radial for that, a lighting circuit, and then we'll run the data cable as well, which is going to be going back to the switch by the fuse board. So yeah, then we've just got one pendant in here. It was meant to be, I think she was going to have 3 in here, but then they just come down with the cost because the cost was getting a bit expensive. So one pendant up there, run that switch line from the switch. So yeah, let's start getting all the cables in. So what I've done for drilling out the joist, I've just made this little like jig. So I've just marked up pretty evenly, as you can see, just with some pencil on a bit of 4x2, and then push it against the end joist, and then we can mark it there, and then that way we know the whole way down the holes are going to be exactly the same. So made this little jig up just to make it nice and easy. You don't need to ping a laser, just put that against there, mark there, drill through, and that is job done. Right, so we've got all the holes drilled, the cable route all sorted along here, and then obviously all our drops as well. That took so much longer than expected. This wood is like, I don't know, it's just like knot city. There's loads of wooden knots in it, and it's just an absolute nightmare to get through. I've literally been through so many different wood bits. 32 Bosch bit, that's nearly gone. And then we had a whole pack of these Arga bits. Nothing honestly, it was taking so long. I was going through with the impact, the drill. It was taking absolutely forever, but we've managed to get all the cable routes done. Quick cup of coffee. And I'm gonna give myself about half an hour to try and get this whole place wired, this whole room wired. The power, lighting, shower, extract fan, half an hour. Can we do it? It's currently 20 past 1. And I need to be on the road about 2:30 really, because otherwise I just get stuck in so much traffic and I won't be home until like gone 5 o'clock, and that we do not want. Right, POV wiring, let's get it. So we are of course using Prismium cable. We're going to run the 2.5 radial in. We've got half an hour. Let's get it. So we're going to run it from our last point all the way round, wrap it round, finish at the fuse board. Get through these. And we'll just snip it off. That is tight. Oh, look at that. Absolutely bang on. Perfect. It's tight. Had to get the stapler out of the van. That's going to slow me right down, isn't it? Oh, it'll be short. Last socket. Suppose you'd rather be looking at it than finding it. That's the old saying I've learnt. That might be a bit too much though, but yeah, last socket done. Now over there, back to the fuse board. It is currently 18 minutes past 2. A little bit ambitious to get all of it wired, I'm not going to lie, but we have had a good crack at it. We've got the sockets all wired back to the board, and then we've also wired all the feeds. So all the feeds are done to every single switch. We've wired switch line in the fuse board cupboard. We've wired the outside lights. So these are all wired, ready to go outside, and then wired back to the timer. So tomorrow is going to be buttoning these up, finish the wiring in this room, and then hopefully that is room number 1 done, and then on to the next. Oh yeah, we've got the data to go in as well, but that's the sockets all done, switches all done. We just come up there, we just got a bit of clipping to do. We was using the Milwaukee staples and stapler. Honestly, wicked. Wicked invention, that. So a bit of buttoning up to do tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is just have a good old tidy up now. I don't really want to leave it in a shithole. So I'm going to have a good tidy up and then head off. So I'll catch up with you back in the van. But I hope you've enjoyed the first day of the garden room build. It's an absolute monster of a project, and I'm going to be taking you through the process start to finish. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, because it's going to be a lovely, lovely series.